Hello, my name's Andrew Brooks. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This episode is all about my recent purchases, and I even discovered something that I didn't know about. Hello, and thank you once again for joining me on my YouTube channel. And as I said in my intro, this is all about my recent purchases over the past weekend, and I picked up quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, and then there's one interesting thing which I didn't even know about, and as they say, every day's a school day, so stick around and I'll fill you in with all those details about the thing that I didn't even know about. Anyway, thank you once again for all my new subscribers, and if you're not a subscriber, just click down here and you'll instantly get told of any new videos of mine. And also, up here is a link to my channel and you can watch all of my previous videos. But anyway, thank you once again for all the new subscribers. Thank you for all the people who got in touch. A couple of suggestions for future videos which I'm looking at and probably will do. So anyway, let's crack on with the show, and we'll just cover the stuff which is fairly, well, there's a couple of unusual items in there, and some not so unusual, some rarer things. So anyway, let's just get the usual stuff out of the way. Picked up a very nice American copy of Give My Regards to Broad Street, which is on the Columbia label, although it's on the Broad Street sort of design. But I haven't got an American copy, so I have now. Thank you very much. In the same shop, I also picked up a Dutch copy of Pipes of Peace. Again, haven't got one. And this is the problem now, you collect all the UK and the American albums, and what's left? So if I see an unusual sort of a pressing, there's nothing different about it other than it came out in Holland. So got that. That one's on the Electrola, EMI Electro label. Same shop again. This one is a little bit more interesting. So we have an Harry Nilsson album here called Flash Harry. I'd never heard of it before. Picked it up. I thought, I wonder, because I know Harry was obviously friends with Ringo and John and the others. So anyway, picked this up, had a quick look at it. Couldn't really see anything of any interest on here. I'll show you the back though, because the track listing is rather interesting. So there's the track listing. And I'll take it away because I need to read it now. So the first thing that drew me to it was he does a version of Old Dirt Road, which is obviously him and John wrote the song, and it appeared on John's Walls and Bridges album. But here's a Harry Nilsson version, so Old Dirt Road. And then it's also got a song on here called How Long Can Disco On? It's a little play on disco and this go on. And that's actually written by Harry Nilsson and Ringo Starr. I've never heard of this track before, so I'm really chuffed that I managed to get it on here. I haven't had a chance to play the album yet, but I will do. And Ringo is actually listed as one of the musicians along with Klaus Voormann. And I mean, there's lots of well-known musicians on here, far too many to mention, but Jim Horn and Jim Keltner, etc. But Ringo is also mentioned as a musician on here, so I'm guessing it's going to be on that track, How Long Can Disco On? Anyway, there's the track listing again. Get it without the glare. And interestingly, at the bottom, it's got Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. Inside is lyrics, and sure enough, Bright Side of Life is exactly the same as the Monty Python one. Incidentally, let me just have a quick look at How Long Can Disco On? Disco, disco slowly, disco, disco, disquay. You know she go disco. She know you know reggae. Oh, okay, I'll have to listen to it. My reading of the lyrics probably doesn't do it any justice. But anyway, so that again was in the same shop. Album I'd never heard of. Harry Nilsson, Flash Harry. There it is. And in the same shop again. Now this one is an absolute beaut. Just move those out of the way. Absolute beaut. An original McGear album. Comes with gatefold sleeve on the back, and it's not the current new issue of it that came out a few years ago. It's an original 74. And I'm really pleased to say it's got the inner with it as well, which is the lyrics. And yeah, I was so pleased when I saw this in the shop, and it was at a bargain price of 10 of our UK pounds. Yeah, I think they probably go for about 20-25 these days, but I was very pleased to get that. Going to give that a spin tonight as well. And then over the weekend on Saturday I visited a second shop, and I picked up this really bizarre album. I don't know why. I think I just got it because, you know, as I said, you've got all the regular stuff, so why not get the obscure stuff? Here it is. Murray the K, the fifth Beatle, gives you their favourite golden gases. And I'm guessing what he's saying is here, because it's all written up on the back here with a nice picture of the Beatles. There we are. And basically it's he's saying that these are the songs that the Beatles like to listen to. Anyone who had a heart, Dionne Warwick. Wishing and Hoping, Dionne Warwick. Up on the Roof by the Drifters. I Don't Want to Cry by Chuck Jackson. He's So Fine, the Chiffons, Boys, the Shirelles, Spanish Harlem, Benny King, you know, Money, the Kingsmen. So that's the track listing now. I'll leave that up for a few seconds so people don't complain that I don't show you the track listing. There we go. So yeah, I was quite pleased with that. I've never seen one before. They're probably quite common in the States, I should think. This is an American album, but yeah, it's just something a little bit unusual, a bit of a novelty. I know Murray the K probably isn't the fans' favourite of person. You know, he was a bit of a hanger-on, and you know, but there you go. Oh, I just realised there's a picture of him with the Beatles on the back cover. There we go. So that's the albums, LPs sorted. I realised I was going through my CDs. I've just had a bit of a reorganisation of the room, as I mentioned in my last video. And I was realised that while I was going through CDs and sort of cataloguing them as you do, I haven't got a particular CD that Paul put out called Garland for Linda. And I looked on eBay and it was like $1.99. So Paul has contributed a song called Nova. It's all classical music, arranged by John Hull. Yeah, and yeah, there's other people on here which I'd heard of. John Taverner, that's for sure. John Rutter, you know. So that's it there. Garland for Linda. I'm trying to get it without the glare. There we go. And it just filled a hole in my collection, which I didn't realise I had until the weekend. So there we are. So yeah, $1.99 on eBay, and that's the hole plugged. Okay, over the weekend I visited a second record shop, in fact the one where I got the Murray the K from, and he put aside for me, because he knows I'm a big Beatles fan. It's Slab Records, SLAB, Slab Records. Check them out. They're on Facebook. They're on Discogs. Check them out. You've got heaps of stuff. And a really nice guy, James, in there, and he'll help you out. Slab Records, and it's in Loughton in Essex. Anyway, he knows big Beatles fans, so he put stuff aside to see if I'm interested. And look at these beauts. Two Minto. They are absolutely beautiful condition. George Harrison sleeves. You've got Blow Away and You. And I can't believe the condition of these sleeves. They're just phenomenal. Lovely square edges, especially the Blow Away, and the records are absolutely pristine condition as well. So thank you very much, James, for putting those aside for me and thinking of me. So yeah, pick them up. Probably going to have to swap out the old copies that I've got in my singles boxes up the top there, and I'll probably have to pass them on, you know, and shift them a little bit maybe. While I was also in James's shop, I noticed a couple of copies of Another Day. Now, I've already got the original copy, and these are both original copies. There we are. A UK Another Day. Now, why on earth would you pick up two more of the same thing that you've already got? Well, one, I hate to see Apple records just languishing in boxes that no one likes, and I'll try and rescue them if they're worthy of rescue and if they're cheap enough. But this one, I'd never noticed the difference before that. But as I say, they're both sort of early issues, and I'm trying to hold them side by side. And if you notice there, it's a shorter little bit of writing than on that one. And as I say, they're both early issues, probably first pressings. And the answer is, it's all to do with the copyright. So on this one with the more writing, it's got copyright also claimed by McLaren Music Limited, joint interest claimed by McCartney Music Incorporated, whereas this one just has the shorter version which says joint interest claimed by McCartney Music Inc. Now I hadn't realised. I don't know which copy I've got in my box up there. I haven't had a chance to have a look, so I thought, I'll just get both of them, and then yeah, being not a completist, but I just go for the oddities now. So as you can see, something there for you to look out for. I hadn't noticed it before. I'm sure loads of people had. As I said, I don't claim to have everything and know everything, but I certainly spotted that when I was sort of rifling through the Beatles section. So there we are. That's those. I picked up a fairly common Ringo You're 16 on Capitol. Obviously that's an American issue. Couldn't remember if I had it or not. I should have checked Discogs, but as I say, it was like only 50p, so I picked that up as well on Capitol. Excuse me. I also picked this up, and now I know I've got one before, but I thought I'll pick it up anyway. So this is just your regular Hey Jude first edition. Unfortunately, someone's put a sticky label across the top and there's a little bit of writing on the back. But what's unusual about this one, I'm trying to see if I've got anything I can compare it with. Yeah, if I just show you. So that's the original Hey Jude. And if I just contrast it with, of course that one hasn't got it in there, you know. Bear with me. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. So if I contrast it with the You single that I picked up, so the difference is most EMI pressings have 4 little studs for when you push out the middle for a jukebox. So it's got 4. This has only got 3, which indicates it wasn't pressed at EMI. This was actually pressed at Pi Records, and if you look at a Pi Records, they only have 3 prongs on the push out. So this was outsourced to Pi Records to press up Hey Jude. I have already got one of these before, so I'll pick this up. I'll probably let this one go. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Maybe a competition, maybe, who knows. But yeah, so that's something to watch out for if you're collecting UK records, that sometimes they have 3 prongs, and that means EMI outsourced the work. Okay, and we come up to the final piece, and this is the school day moment for me. Okay, I had this already, and as you can see, it's the Ruttles. We all love the Ruttles, and it's just I Must Be in Love, and it's got Cheese and Onions and With a Girl Like You. Had it. I was in the record shop, and the guy behind the counter said, "Oh, I've got this. I don't know if you're interested, and you can have it for a couple of quid." And it's another copy, and I thought it looks a little bit different, and I couldn't put my finger on, and I can now comparing them. The one I bought the weekend is very glossy, as you can see. It's a lot of reflection. This one, as you can see, there's a slightly difference in the picture, but the main difference, which I did not know about, is, let's show you the reverse. And I know these are minute, and I'm being really pernickety. Okay, I'm not suggesting that these are major, but if you're a collector and you come across these things, you might be interested. So I don't know how many people out there already know about it. The original issue of this copy has got a capital C on cheese. What? Yeah. So there's the later issue, as you can see. It's got a smaller C on cheese, but more importantly, on the front, up here, and on the back here, the song is called A Girl Like You. On the reissue, it's called With a Girl Like You. So they missed the word with out on the original issues. Hence, this is a mispress. So I was very pleased when I got home, and then I looked up on Discogs and why is there more than one entry? And then I realised the one that I'd just bought that weekend for a couple of quid is actually mispressed, with the incorrect C in cheese and omitting the word with on the Girl Like You. However, if you look at the actual record, Cheese and Onions is actually written in capitals, so it doesn't make any difference. But it has actually got with on the record. So the record was pressed correctly, just the sleeves weren't. And as I said, they do look a little bit different. I think it's the sort of the colour of this one compared to this one. But there we are. So that sort of just rounds up my purchases. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I do enjoy showing collections and explaining obscure things. So if you've got any questions, please just contact me. If you've got any suggestions for the show, please contact me. Let me know what sort of things you might like me to cover in the future. There's plenty of old videos for you to watch. There's probably a couple of suggestions just popping up here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.